Ooh, yay. So here we go, live again. Another week, 3:30. So hello, everyone. We're waiting for notifications that you're joining us. If you're joining us, please feel free to share to your personal page and to anybody else's page that you think might need whatever it is that we're sharing today. I'm really blessed and highly favored because I have the best person here with me supporting me. This is Solange. Say a
Hi,
few words about like
everybody.
what it is that you offer and who you are.
Hi, everybody. Well, I'm Solange. I'm a coach. I'm also a virtual assistant for coaches and healers and spiritual entrepreneurs. So here I am helping Lucinda and learning from so much from her. So happy to be here.
She's also a life coach.
I am.
She
Yes,
is. She's a life coach too, just on the side.
on the side.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so we're pretty excited, and we're just gonna roll right into it and get started. Sound good?
Yes. So we
Okay,
have
great.
Lisa
So what
there.
we're waiting
Lisa.
for is for you guys to go ahead and tell us like where you're at. Are you guys having a good week? What kind of week? Hi, Lisa. I haven't seen you in forever. I'm so happy. You know what? I watch your posts and I know that you're super stoked about where you're living. I see how happy your sons are, and that's just amazing for you. Super amazing. Very happy about that. Yeah. So if you would go ahead and share to the page that you told me you wanted to share it to, that would be excellent. I would love that. And then I I I know, right? Okay. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 readings, okay? They'll be substantial, but they'll be kind of a group orientation. We'll do one group healing. We'll do it with crystals today. The crystal, we sell the crystal. The crystal is crystal praise, and it's all about forgiveness. It's about really getting into that tenderness toward yourself, for yourself, um, going into the unconditional love aspect of the Christ consciousness to heal your views and to support like your belief system. And so it's a really good crystal. This is what it looks like. I'll go ahead and I'll pull it up in a little while again. All right. Okay. And then we're also going to do so one of the readings is going to be, sorry about that. One of the readings is going to be about love or romance or anything like that. You go ahead and you put it in there. Keep in mind that the reading is going to be chosen on how it can affect or impact the group. Okay, so I'm not doing personal readings. I'm doing general readings that will give you a shift in the energy that you're working with, if you're feeling sorrow over a relationship, or if there's different things that are going on, things like that, right? And then if there is a money reading or a career reading or a business reading, something like that, that'll be the second reading. And then we're going to have one more reading. It's going to be called You Lucky Duck, because we're on StreamYard. And so whoever You Lucky Duck is, we'll go ahead and we'll choose you at random, and then you'll get a reading for whatever it is that you want. Okay. And then we'll have a little spiritual conversation. I thought that we would start with clearing, and I figured maybe about an hour. I don't want to go too much longer than an hour, because videos, when people watch them afterwards and everything, they get the benefit, but watching something for an hour that's already been done is kind of boring. So maybe half hour, 45 minutes is what I'm looking for. And you know, there's that. So, any of you guys that are just joining right now, if you could go ahead and like the video, please, and then go ahead and share it. All right. And then start commenting on some of the things that you need help with. All right. Like what kind of energies? Like I have the ephemeris out right here. All right. So the ephemeris is all about astrology, right? And the placement of the planets and how they're affecting us right now, how all that stuff's just really grinding on us so much. And because there's retrogrades, what's actually happening is that the planets are slowing down long enough for us to get a really good, in depth perspective into their astrology archetype. And so with that, that makes it kind of cool. So I'll start there. Let's see. It feels like I have the book of woo. This is what the ephemeris looks like in case you're curious. It has a bunch of numbers and planetary placements. All right. Okay. I'm excited. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. So, just to let you know that there is a particular gate that you are experiencing right now, and that particular gate started on the 24th of August. Okay, so the 24th of August went ahead and opened a portal for Uranus to be able to really impact us in our material, love, everything that is reality based. Okay, so all of your reality is being challenged right now. And that has to do with this particular gate that we're in. So this is like the last of the retrograde that Uranus is going to go through, but it's in Taurus. So because it's in Taurus, it's in it's considered its least impactful position. But let's face it, if it's the planet of disruption, it's going to go ahead and it's going to disrupt stuff no matter where it's at, right? And because it's in retrograde, what it's doing is it's slowing down so that we get the assignment, so that we understand the assignment, that it is to really just check our shit out, find out where we're at, and then recognize it, figure out what it is that we want to release, and then move forward. But it also has like a timeline built into it. So this particular timeline ends January 22nd, 2023. And when it ends, all hell's going to break loose basically as far as this planet and distortions that's surrounding you just before the new moon. Okay. The brand new moon for the lunar new year. All right. So it's going out with a bang. It's going to affect you. The best thing that you could do right now is to build whatever it is that you want, whatever you truly want. If you're settling, or if it's a just enough situation, okay, if it's just enough situation to where like all you're doing is saying, I only need this, just that, I want this, then that's all you're going to get for like about 3 or 4 years. So you're setting yourself up for about 3 or 4 years in this 6-month gateway. All right. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so let's see. Today is the 21st. Yes. Ooh, so the sun's in Virgo. We're still in Virgo. Oh, what's cool is that today the moon went into Leo. All right. And so that means that we might be feeling a little bit more open to being vulnerable with others. And we're not seeing it as a sign so much of weakness. We're using it as a strength. And so that's very impactful for us to really look into, right? Because that's part of the distortion, is to be able to go deep inside. Hey, guess what? This is the best news I bet ever. Pluto is going to come out of retrograde in October. And what that means is that all that deep diving, deep, because that, it's a sign to Hades for a reason. Okay. So that deep dive that you've been doing, that contemplation, all that, oh my gosh, am I going to survive this, will probably come to a somewhat close. All right. And that's going to happen on the 8th of October. So the 8th of October is a very impactful day, and that will help everybody out. All right. But right now we're in the gates of Uranus, and that's just something you want to be careful of. You don't want to be in the gates at that particular point, I guess. Okay. All right. Turn my light off so that I could close my ephemeris. Everything's looking pretty good other than that. What I'd like to do now is maybe a little bit of a clearing. So I brought with me my little torch, my handy dandy torch, and a sage stick. This particular sage stick we sell in the store. It has a variety of colors of rose petals on it, and it's a short one. It's like $7. Anyway, I'm going to mention a lot of things like that while I'm doing this. I do like fire. Fire's cleansing. So we want to get it going good and plenty. All right. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in some energy. Imagine, if you will, I'm over the top of your head, down to your heart, over your left arm, now across your chest to your right arm, straight down your body, all the way down to your feet. Turn around. Now we'll do it over your head, protecting the God's mouth, across the left arm in the back, and now across the right arm in the back, protecting your heart space, clearing. There we go. Opening, bringing in that gratitude, and then going down the rest of your body, down to your feet. Lift one foot, please. Lift the other foot. Okay, great. Thank you. Great way to start. I love blessings. Blessings are enormous, and it's really good when we allow ourselves to not only receive them, but to give them. So part of it is understanding what a blessing is. A blessing is a gift of gratitude to another individual. And so that's what a blessing is. So thank you for allowing me to be in gratitude with you and holding this space. So let's see. What do we want to do first? I think what I want to do is a heart-brain coherence. Have you guys ever heard of that? Does anybody know who Greg Braden is? So Greg Braden, if you don't know, is a scientist, and he's also he studies people's culture and things like that. But he's brought back, like a lot of cultures, he's developed this wisdom codes, and then the heart brain coherence is done by heart math. And so it's like this combination of things that come together and really allow you to step fully and be present into who you are and into the experience of you in that moment. So what I'd like to do is have us all kind of close your eyes. All right. If you're driving, don't do that. Okay. So let's do some qualifications first. If you're driving, you can listen, all right, and you can emote if you would like. This isn't necessary in order for the connection to happen, so don't worry about that. But if you close your eyes, you can get very heart centered. If you're driving, of course you can't. But if you're driving, I want you to take maybe an awareness to the center of your chest where your heart chakra will be. All right. And if it's easier for some of you to touch the center of your chest, to bring that awareness in to the center of your body. Notice the energetic field that begins to focus in that area. And I invite you to have a feeling of gratitude in your heart chakra. Take a nice deep breath in and release. Continue focusing on the gratitude. Allow that to expand. Now I'll tell you a little story while you're doing this. So Mother Teresa was with the Sisters of Mercy in Calcutta, and what they did was there was a lot of leprosy that was happening, and when people thought that their family member was dying, they called them unclean, and they would discard them out into the street so that way their death would be outside of the home. And the Sisters of Mercy,
it is reality.
Mother Teresa, all right, went ahead and they would gather up the bodies in the morning, the early morning, in the wee hours, and they would take them and they would bathe them and they would shroud them in white so that they would have dignity at the end of their lives and that they would be pronounced clean and get their blessings and things like that. And in the course of doing like all of these magnificent things for others and being amidst all of that strife and everything, she was known to say and notice things that were going on around her. And one of the things that that she noticed one day was that there was like a cow patty in the middle of the street, and there was a flower coming up out of it. And she said, "Look at the beauty over there." So in the midst of everything, if you can notice the beauty of who you are, the beauty of the situation, the beauty of the unfolding, the beauty of the energy, the beauty of your commitment, the choices, it will allow you. There, good one. So everybody came. Very nice. All right, take one more breath in and release. All right, now the thread's entrained, which is cool because that means we're all showing up with our heart. Okay, give me some juice about love relationships, love stuff like that. What are some questions you guys have about relationships? Give me that and I'll do a reading on it. I can't wait. This is going to be so good. So while that's populating, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to talk to you about the chrysoprase that I held up earlier. I have 4 pieces here. For me, abundance is key, right? So this is what they look like. There, let's see, like that. There we are. Like I have to find out where the camera is here. It can't be enough that it's in front of me. All right. So because of the color, right? The color is green. Another nice thing is that it has that natural matrix, that brown. All right. That brown is probably built up sediment and such. And so that's what causes the crystals, right, in their formation to grow inside of like the geode and everything. So anyway, for this, these still have some of the matrix that's on them. So that's that brown spot that you see there. But this is the color of the chrysoprase. It's a green. It's a beautiful green. And so the green is a heart connection. And the heart connection allows you to open up to Christ consciousness, soften how you receive information, because we have 2 brains in our body, real brains. We have the cerebral brain and then we have the heart brain. Both of them have the neurites that allow for thought processing. So what happens is that we receive information into the heart, and we usually decipher it with feeling, emotion, intuition, and then the cerebral brain we do with thought, logic, and deciphering or discernment. So different things affect us. Right now, we're in a heart-brain coherence to where we're showing up fully present. So now everything that you process is going to be in real time. It's not like, oh, this lesson has to come back so that way I can get rid of the heart stuff that I didn't. Oh, this lesson has to come back because I have to get rid of the head stuff that I didn't, or my body aches, or my spiritual pain, or my energetic nature. So when you show up fully present in all 5 aspects, it makes a difference in how you make your choices, because you can feel viscerally and in a very real-time manner what could take place, because you're not attached to anything in the past, because you're not dwelling in there, and you're not attached to a result orientation exactly to the future. So it feels like possibility. And when you're in that particular energy, you can manifest anything. You can manifest anything that you would like. Okay. All right. How do you see my relationship with my close persons? Okay. All right. So close people. I see that you're, I like that. Okay. Okay. All right. This is good. So there's some good stuff coming in. All right. I'm glad. Okay. So we're going to go with Lisbeth. Lisbeth asked a pretty general question. So you in particular, Lisbeth, I want to know, like, is this a one person or a family orientation? Because it feels more job oriented. So if it's like those surroundings, I can still talk about relationships. That's no problem. It does feel like you have a little bit of fear going on in that particular setting, whatever it is. More like trepidation than fear. So it's not this full blown concern, worry to where like you think the world's ending, but it is kind of like you don't know if there's some two-faced action going on or if somebody's talking behind your back. And so if you could expound on that, that would be really good. And then just kind of give me a little bit more information, and then I'll go ahead and I'll pull some cards for it for you. Okay. Now let's talk about relationships while she's getting back to me. Okay. Relationships. The best relationship that you can have is the one with you. When you have a great relationship with you, then the other relationships that you have naturally support who you are, because that's what you draw to you. And those are the most important relationships, are the ones that we form with ourselves. They come in the form of how we connect to community, how we view ourselves in community, how our belief system affects like the choices and decisions that we make, right? And so, okay, I got it. No worries, Lisbeth, I got it. You can keep driving and I got you. There you are. Okay. And so in those aspects, when we show up and we're fully present, but maybe the other individual isn't, or maybe the other individuals aren't, it isn't necessarily a reflection of us. They're going through their own okay? And because they're going through their own shit, we don't have to process it. We have a natural auto accommodation button somewhere when we care for somebody, where if somebody is feeling hurt or lonely or sad or tired, and then they're less amiable or happy when they're interacting with us, we automatically think, oh, what I do, I must have done something wrong. Why are people treating me like this? And because we internalize it and we think that it's our fault and it's something that we have to change so that way they'll like us again or something will go better, what ends up happening is that we start to draw more of those experiences toward us, to where it feels like that really is the reason. But all it was just energy on their part that they're going through, that they're just working through it. If there's like verbal abuse or anything like that, then there's some things that you need to really visit to find out first your mental safety and your physical safety. You want to make sure that that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for Lisbeth specifically, and then I'll turn it generally. Okay. So let's see. Love reading, love reading, love reading. Who wants to come out and play? Ooh. Oh, okay. I have it. This will be good. Yes. So this is Sarah Marchetti's deck. I love this deck. This one is Tarot of Dreams. So this Tarot of Dreams has great graphics on it. I'll go ahead and I'll hold the picture up as soon as I'm able to, so that way you can see the picture. I'm not going to do a past, present, and future on you, Lisbeth. What I see is that you have a lot of nervous energy around you, so I'm going to do a direct clearing. All right. Okay. Breathe. Take a breath. Breathe in. Yep. Release. If you have tears, let them come. It's all right. All right. So we're going to release all spirit energy. Go to the light. Go to the light. Go to the light. You should sleep better now. All cosmic energy, thank you for your service. You may go. Whole thread. All right. Okay. Any boogaboos? All right. Oh, that feels much better. All right. So you've had an awful lot on your mind, and because you've had a lot on your mind, you haven't been able to interact the way that you would like to. What that does is that puts people on edge, because you set the pace in the house. You set the pace in the house. So people rely on you to be happy, joyous, and free. And when you're not, they notice the difference. So they change everything because they wonder what's up. So if there's been any major changes in your life recently, that's probably what's going on. What I also see is that you're very closed. So you don't share your burdens with your family. And I wouldn't suggest that you do. I would suggest that you open communication where you feel that they could support you more in what you're doing. All right. Because you're working an awful lot. There's just like a lot that you're doing. All right. So that's what I would do. I would open up communication to allow your family and your loved ones to know how to better support you in the situation that you're in. Okay. All right. So let's pull some cards and see if that's the right answer. Love my life. Ooh, we got the one. Oh, yeah, there was a big thing that just happened. That's good. That's good. Okay. And you feel like you're starting out all by yourself. But you're happy. You're happy about it. That's good. Okay. Oh, yeah. Boy. Okay. So, yes, there is what appears to be deceit going on around you. Okay. Yet all of the confusion is being removed and you're going to be brought to a decision for a fresh start. Okay. So, hold on. Let me get the last card. Ooh, yep. I'm gonna have to pull another one because it just said what I told you. Okay, better outcome. I love one more card. No, all right. So what I see for you right now is okay. Remember we talked about that portal for Uranus. So you're in the middle of a lesson from the major arcana at the very beginning. So whatever it is that's happening, this is a new beginning for you. And in that new beginning, you feel somewhat untouchable. Understand that your emotions are driving you. And because your emotions are driving you, unless you give yourself that self-care, that self-love, nobody else can support you the way that you would like. So you really have to step up and do nice things for yourself. If something isn't going exactly, well, like this particular communication that you're having with the family, they are keeping something from you. So it's better if you ask. You should just ask directly. Ask the person that you feel most likely has the biggest amount of information. That would be the best. Don't go around to the sidebars, go direct. Now, this particular card is I'm trying to get it out of the light. Okay, this is the Fool, and you can see the planet glyph is Uranus. All right, so the Fool. So he's standing on that ball, not bothered one little bit, fully balanced. He has like a lot of things that are going on for him. The Moon. So it probably has to do with your spirituality, a lot of your belief system. What that means is that it's how you operate. Like what we believe is how we act. So that's what that is. And in that, you've been kind of lost in your head a little bit. You might be an air sign. You have a lot of air in your chart somewhere. Anyway, so with that, you're very spiritual, but it's very hard for you. And you do get connected really easy. And as you get connected, people don't doubt you. They're scared. Okay, that's the difference. So this is the card that represented a little bit of defeat. It's the Seven of Swords. Okay, and you can see that 5 are being taken away, 2 are remaining. So that represents a decision that's probably coming up. And then we go ahead, we go ahead and we move backwards to the 5. And that just reminds me that there's definitely deceit, and it is in the love area. You can see that the planet Venus is there. If you have any air signs that are around you, right? Because there's an Aquarius sign up there, then most likely that's who you have your focus on. Gemini, okay, woo! All right, so there it is, all right? So with that, just understand that things are clearing up, okay? Things are clearing up. And if you just wait it out, it might be a better opportunity for you. And then just kind of put a pin in it. Not really to bring it up later or anything like that, but just put a pin in it and watch it dissolve right before your very eyes, because this is the outcome card that you received, which is the 4 of Wands. All right. And then there is the the Venus planet once again. But then you also have Aries. Okay. So this is a planet Aries card. Okay. So nice thing about it is that this is also considered the happily ever after card. So that means that, the law of polarity in the universe will be answered. Correspondence, rhythm, okay, ebb, flow. So whatever is going on right now is going to change very soon. Jupiter is in retrograde at 4 degrees right now. So that means it has a long way to go before it gets all the way out of Aries. So this expansion that you're experiencing right now in this sort of love-hate environment isn't really love-hate. What it is appreciation and vulnerability. So be very careful wherever it is that you're spending your energy. Good luck to you. All right. Geminis, I said two-faced. That's hilarious. Anyway, love you, Elizabeth. Okay. All right, so let's see, what else do I want to do? Oh yeah, that's right. I would like to, let me see. So I'm picking up that there's a lot of people who are not really quite sure about like what the format is for how we're doing the live broadcast now, and I'm talking an awful lot more. That's how it's going. And then the other thing that's taking place is that I'm doing one reading for categories. So we just finished relationship love with Lisbeth, but it's very applicable to where a lot of good information came out of it. So if you have a relationship love aspect, it would be good for you to go ahead and apply the things that I gave you. Now, I saw that somebody had asked for extra protection and maybe healing for an individual. And you know what? Guess what? We're going to do a group healing today, and I'm very happy about that. We're going to choose the chrysoprase to do the healing. The reason that I chose 4 is because I'm going to make a small grid, and then I'm going to send an enormous amount of energy. Now, this is going to be a heart healing, but what I also want to do is I'm going to finish up with some Palo Santo so that way we can seal the blessing in. All right. And you can feel safe and protected wherever you're at. Okay. All right, so how I'm making the grid is I'm going to place one rock here, a rock here, and a rock here. So it'll be a square. Now, when I do the square, I'm intentioning that it is the rectangle inside of Metatron's cube. So that's what I'm accessing. I'm accessing a double cube. I'm accessing a double cube, which each cube is a double tetrahedron. So we're doing like a lot of energy with what we're doing in the sacred geometry. So sacred geometry is really just spiritual geometry, and that means that's how I apply my belief to math and patterns. Okay, so go study. Simplify, always simplify. It's never that freaking difficult. It really isn't. Forget about all those things that everybody tells you. Okay, so there's one. Starting in the upper right hand corner, and I'm going to draw down, and I'm going to go clockwise for this one, so that way I can create a good container. Okay, so everybody who's in this thread, all right, we're going to extend the thread to close family members. So if you have anybody on your heart that needs a healing, okay, we're going to send this energy to them. And if you pray for them, it will come through in that form for them. That will work as well. If somebody tells you, wow, I'd really like to feel better about this, or I would like ease in my life, then you'll notice that as they're around you for about 7 to 10 days, the energy will continue to flow. You'll notice ease and comfort in your own life. What we're doing is we're removing obstacles that are self-imposed limitations. We're allowing them to be the old story. Everybody felt that, huh? So we're allowing it to be the old story, the one that supported us, that loved us, that brought us to this moment. Okay? There you go. Yeah, now we're in recognition. This is the most powerful moment that you're in right now. You're in recognition. Okay? So whatever it is that you do not want to have right now in your life, experience, any kind of illness or anything, I want you to imagine yourself reaching into your body, wherever it's at, pulling it out, okay, and dropping it directly into the bag, the energetic bag that I've created in front of you. Just drop it right in there. It can be anything. Perfect. Okay, great. Okay. Take a breath in and release. Now we'll transmute all that debris into little white butterflies of unconditional love. Next reading. I'm having fun. Okay. All right. So the next reading that I want to do has to do with money, business, whatever that is. Okay. And I'm going to use you as an example, but you'll get your reading. Okay. Thank you. Yes. So close family members, anybody that you love that's like really close to you, will go ahead and benefit from that healing. Okay. Yeah. It's super, super good. And everybody can feel like the container around them. It's like a Metatron cube. So that will feed your light body and keep you safe. Funny thing happened to me recently. I got called as a juror. Me. For a criminal case. Okay, for a criminal case. So how they do it is that they read the charges. All right. They read the charges. And when they read the charges, I wasn't prepared. I just wasn't prepared. I hadn't thought far enough ahead to like put that block right there. Okay. And so what happened was is they read the charges. I got the full impact of what took place. And I was like, oh. And then I sat there in the courtroom while they were doing jury selection for 2 days. And I was like, I hope they don't pick me. Please don't pick me. Please don't pick me. And that was when Law of Attraction just jumped in and said, right on, pick me. Gotcha. It was so good. It was just so good. It was delicious all the way around. I'm happy that I didn't try to get out of it. I'm happy that like the day before, oh yeah, that's something else. So it was a murder trial. Okay. So like the person who was murdered showed up here at the studio. So I have to transition that person. That was interesting. Trying to tell me stuff about the, and I'm like, no, you can't talk to me. I can't hear that. I can't do that. So I sent him to light, told him they could come back and fix their agenda, whatever that is. You got to love your life when it's that crazy, right? Okay. How best to focus on business, life, work. Oh, okay. That's great. Hi, Diana. How are you? I love that. I love that. Okay. So slow down. That's always going to be the best ticket, right? Is to slow down. So wherever it is that you're telling yourself you don't have enough time, that's where you need to make time. You need to make time because that's what we do. We naturally make time. We create deadlines and sensitivity for ourselves, but you need to make time for you. You're out there trying to save everybody. You need to feed you. Let's see. I'm going to choose a different deck for you. Gosh. Ooh, man. I see success coming for you. So success, how the oh goodness. So like I was just like I was like over here trying to choose a deck, and all of a sudden success started walking toward you. That's all I can explain. That's the best way that I can explain it. And I caught it like out of the corner of my eye. So I go, whoa. And so I told you. Now I don't know what that success looks like yet, but that's what we're going to look at. All right. And then let's see what else. And then what else I got like immediately, because I chose the Manic Monday deck because like, if we're asking about work, it's always Manic Monday, that sort of thing. But this is like one of my favorite decks. It has a very clean presentation for graphic and stuff like that. So I like that a lot. The love one, they're always convoluted. So you need a lot of stuff. Work, very straightforward. Do it. Man. Oh, all right. So let's see. Yeah, I'm feeling around in your psyche. Sorry. Ooh. Have you been doing a lot of healing recently? Not you personally, but have you been doing healings for a lot of people recently? It feels very much like you're in that arena, like you're a therapist, or something like that. Like, is that what you've done now? Is that what you're doing now? Something like that? It feels like a private practice. It does feel entrepreneurial. but it feels like it's helping people, and it feels like healing. It feels more like a focus in how to move from one frame of mind into an all frame of mind. It's a very, is that a program that you're putting together right now, Diana? Okay, are you doing speaking engagements or? Okay, I'm not gonna, it's okay. I'm gonna, oh, okay. So that's what I'm feeling. And it feels like you're counseling people. And it feels like, because I'm feeling like what I'm sensing is they're very grateful, super grateful that you're taking the time. And you have this natural wisdom. The intuitive sharing that you're talking about, you're also channeling at the same time. So I could see that as well. That's why I was asking. I didn't know if you were purposely running the energy or if you were just allowing it to flow through you, because you get all those intuitive hits and stuff like that. You do a lot of feeling, but you have a lot of knowings as well. And so that's why I was asking. I think that would be something like, I don't know, if you wanted to, if you wanted to do something like that, you could probably pursue it and be very successful. I don't know if that's what the success was. Okay, so we're going to look at your original question. All right, your original question is about how to balance. On 9/24, we're going to go into balance. The moon's going to go into Libra, and so as soon as it does that everything will shift a good way. So let's see. Let's focus. Are you dissatisfied in your current position? Is that why you're asking the question in that way? Probably not a question I could ask right now. Like I'm getting like a little feedback from that. Okay. All right. We'll do a 3 card. Ooh. Okay. All right. So just to let you know, whatever funk it is that you've been going through is, yes. Whatever funk, it is transitioning. How funny. That's hilarious. So I got the 6 of Swords. That corroborates what you just said. Okay. That's what that's all about. You're finishing something up that was like really very mentally challenging for you. And so you're transitioning over into something else, but then I see you're at a transition point. So you're resolving something within yourself. And I would suggest that you start signing up for women's meetings, different women's groups to go and speak at. Look for chambers, like holistic chambers and things like that, because you have a very powerful presence when it comes to speaking. You're very passionate about certain things, and those things probably should come forward. And just finding those engagements is something that would probably benefit you. It would allow you to understand what your passion and purpose is. You are an advocate for sure. Now, since you are in that understanding that you are transitioning from one role to another role and you haven't decided exactly what that is yet, I do see a new beginning. There's like Ace of Wands, and there's also a 2 of Wands. So it looks like you're going to travel. So I think that maybe you're looking for a position where you can do more traveling and still. Are you getting ready to move? Let me see. Just gonna look. Oh, okay. Do you have an idea? Do you have an idea of where it is that you want to go or what it is that you want to do? Speaking feels good. You love traveling. Yes. Okay. I'm telling you that I think it's the speaking. I really do. So here's what came up. This is the best part. All right. So first I want to answer the first question. The first question is like about like, how do you focus, right? How you focus is first you have to get clear spiritually. You have to know what your beliefs are. And if you don't believe in the company and you don't believe in the culture, it's going to be difficult for you to align and entrain with the energy that they're putting out for you to work with. So the idea is to find something that you align with that serves you, that really serves you to where you feel like you're a part of it, whether you're working for somebody else or you're working for yourself. All right. But you need alignment. You need alignment with mission, with energy, with spirituality, the belief system, the culture. All of that has to answer something inside of you when you get the job, because if it doesn't, what happens is it creates separation, and then separation anxiety comes right in. And the reason that it comes in is because there's nothing better for anxiety to do than to make you feel like you're alone and desperate. All right. And if you're in a brand new job, that's how it's going to make you feel. But if you're in a job that you've been long term, it can do the same thing. So the idea is to create community wherever you're at. So if you're in a position where maybe you've leveled out, okay, and this isn't where it is that you want to be forever, all right, and where it is that you don't want to be forever, but you know that it is paying for your bills and it's allowing you to feel as though you can do something else. So keep that in mind, that that's exactly what that particular position or that job is doing for you. You in general is it's paying for you to go to school to get the other job. It's paying for you to have the gas to get to school. It's paying for you to have the house so that we have a place to study, or maybe look on the computer for a different job. So one job is paying for whatever your next experience is going to be. Understand that if you feed it gratitude, the focus changes. When the focus changes, it feels doable. So in that aspect, that's what the focus is. You are creating an entrainment for yourself that allows you to fall into alignment with where you're at. Okay. Now that's the focus aspect. Now I want to go back to Diana. Okay. So what seems to come a lot? Yes, I'm serious, Diana, because like when I met you originally, I thought that, I think we talked about it at the table. That was something that I kept getting, but I really, really, really see that. So if you're not doing life coaching, all right, or if you're not doing the intuitive counsel for anybody, I think that that would probably be something that you could look into to see if something really speaks to you. Again, remember, alignment, alignment, alignment. So if it doesn't resonate when you start to check it out, then don't do that. But what I would do first, because you have a natural ability to convey message, I would go ahead and I would look at like maybe the Lions Club or the Kiwanis or maybe the Women's Club of certain cities, and then I would definitely check those out. Yeah. Well, yeah, but now you can do it with purpose. All right. So here's what I got for you. So you're moving out a solution. All right. That's the head game that you've been playing. So you're not in conflict anymore. You know that you don't want to stay forever at the job that you're at. That doesn't bring you any kind of heartache because you do have a plan. You're not just going to jump ship. You're going to stay there till you have something in place or you build it. All right. Next is that's your new idea. That's the Ace of Wands. All right. You can see how simplistic it is. All right. Okay. And I do see travel. If you are a person who does speaking engagements, you will naturally travel. You'll travel to various cities, most likely across the country. Eventually, I could see you doing it. I feel like a book is in your repertoire coming. I don't know if you're ready to write it, but I do feel that. Okay. As far as money goes, you've just moved into solution over money. So you do give a lot. I would let you know that if you're being helped out, the individual does know that you're grateful, but also if you're doing helping out, because that's what it feels like more, the people that you're helping out are very grateful. It doesn't have to be as taxing, and you're headed in exactly the right direction. You are going to be like this person if you choose this. This is the success that I saw coming toward you. It's like hilarious. So the next cards that I got to see like the speaker thing, right, was that the money solution would be solved. All right, it'd move into solution. All right, so money would be okay. And then it would be aiming in the right direction, which is the 8 of Wands. All right. Okay. And then this is your position at the end, the archetype of the Queen of Wands. So I could totally see you being able to move into that particular positioning. If you need help, you can go ahead and reach out to like coaches, business coaches, and they can help you out and get you set up. The idea is to just, I would, if it was me, and I had something to say and I knew what it was that I wanted to talk about, or if I had something I wanted to present, like maybe a concept or a perception that would benefit many people, then I would go ahead and I would call places, email, and just like see what shakes loose. Sometimes they're paid engagements, and sometimes they're not. If you have a book, you have to do circuit, and that would just solve a little bit for you. All right. Many blessings. All right. Yay. Okay, so now I'm going to seal something because we like fire. You know, Manuel even left me the there we go. Okay. There we go. Intention complete. All right. I know we all love fire. You're very welcome, Diana. But yeah, I would definitely do that because you're in an optimal position. Your age, your command, how you like present yourself. I think that it would be just beautiful. Okay. We're ready for that lucky duck.
We have 3 minutes for the lucky duck and then for the closing, the integration.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Okay, so let's do the lucky duck and the integration. So if you want a reading, write, I want a reading. Just write it in the comment log, and I'm just going to pick one. It doesn't matter, but you have to write, I want a reading. If you say, I want a reading, you will have a fair chance at getting a reading right now. You lucky duck.
Oh, Nerida. There we go. We have one. Duas pares.
Well, this one has to be special. Oh, yes. So we have the Psychic Tarot for this one. Ooh, nice. Seventh one down, Solange. That's who it is. Seventh one down. So whoever's seventh down. Did you include? Let me see.
What was the first one? I think
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. There's one more person that's going to come.
Okay.
If you're smart, you should just write it again. That's what I'm saying. They told me the seventh one down. So whoever puts the next two, whoever the second one is that says I want a reading, you'll get it. So however fast you can type, that's how you're going to get it.
Boom.
1, 2. Allison? Is it Allison or is it who is it? Oh no, look. Oh wait. Let's see. There's okay, you count for me. Count for me. I count for me, Solange. Tell me who it is.
It's Allison.
Allison? Okay, all right. Here we go. Woo! Tell me what you want the reading about. You lucky duck. Right? Right? All those followers turning that into money. That'd be a good idea, right? Hey, you should be a brand ambassador. 20,000 followers, you should be a brand ambassador. give it to Pavan. Did you like that though? That's pretty good, right? So how it came in is that they're saying this to me. They said, stop replacement therapy. I think it has to do with like the conversation that you and I had about a little while ago, like days ago, I guess, weeks, I don't know how long, recently. That's probably how I should say it. Anyway, recently, and you had mentioned something about this will pay this, and it might not have been you, it might have been the setting. But the idea is that what you do when something, oh, okay, wait, it's not you, but now I know why they brought it to me like this, because it was somebody else. It was somebody else, but it's the same advice. So I understand. First things first, when you are allowing yourself change, all right, it's going to be scary and intimidating because there's more than just the shift that you anticipate. The first shift is the one that you know about. The rest of the shifts are the ones that you didn't anticipate. And it wasn't because you didn't think about it or you weren't smart enough. It's because there's so many moving gears of energy to everything that we do. All right. So I do want you to do the life coaching. I think the life coaching would be really good. I think a get me by would be doing the brand ambassador on Instagram. That would be easy. That'd be no problem. And you could do it all in reels. And so like, I could see it to where like you get paid regular, all that stuff. Okay. That's one way. But also what I see is that you have this focus on outgoing, and it would be more beneficial if you could focus on incoming. All right. Now I know that is, it seems like it's kind of a fluff answer, but it isn't. What happens is that when our focus is on outgoing, we have a tendency to spend more because we fall into a lack mentality, and it's like, oh, well, I don't have this. I only have this left, so I better get it now. And that isn't what needs to take place. So if you can focus on incoming, you'll feel abundant when you write the check for outgoing or when you pay any of those bills. That's a mindset. So that mindset is, it keeps me healthy and in a positive manifestational stream. All right. Focusing on incoming. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't see outgoing. It just means I'm looking at the universe and I'm saying things like, well, I said that I need this amount so that I'm comfortable. So choose an amount. That's the first thing you do. Mine is, I'll say it like I said it to the universe. I said, I need $21,000 in every single bank account I have. That'll make me feel comfortable at all times. So you have to find your level of comfort. You have to find your comfort number. What is your comfort number? All right. So find your comfort number. That's the first thing when it comes to money. Because if you're asking for more money or you're asking about money, then you don't know what your level of comfort is. So you can't satisfy it. There's no way it'll ever be satisfied. It will always be, I need more, and I need more, and I need more, and I need more. And it's okay to need more. But if you're needing more, you're living in lack. That's the key. So focus on incoming. That's the first general rule. Just focus on incoming, write those other checks to go out. That's fine. Here's your portion. Here's your portion. But I have portions, lots of portions coming in. So first focus on that. That changes the rhythm of the stream that you're in. It's a super easy hack, and it's one that I use all day long. All right. Anytime I feel like I'm lackful, I go, oh, well, I'm just focusing on outgoing. So now I just need to turn and, oh, let's see what the universe is going to surprise me with here. Okay. All right. That's one of my favorite hacks. So I couldn't say it enough. All right. Regarding money, I'm shifting a little bit for everybody in the stream. Okay. Because I have a feeling that we managed to make it through the 2.5 years of the lockdown, and now and we all survived. Everybody who's here, we survived so far. Okay. And we're doing okay, but learning how to earn wage, or how to interact with wage, or to interact with any kind of monetary value right now has a whole different meaning. So we are developing a new spirituality behind currency. So keep that in mind as well. And so as your beliefs change, so does the value of money. Okay. So when you look at it, is money your friend? Ask money if it's your friend. Does it take care of you? Does it provide for you? Right? And so what's the reciprocation? Well, when you offer work, which is like a jewel or energy, if you offer energy, all right, then you'll receive an energetic exchange. You choose the energetic exchange. For me, my energetic exchange that I prefer is money. I love money. I just love money. Money is like the best. Money is so much fun. It's something that I could probably just throw bills and bills and bills and bills and just be in, like, I love money. That's just like me. Now, I don't know if anybody else has that relationship. It used to be a love-hate relationship. Now it's just a love relationship because it does so much for me. So now you have to look at your relationship with money. Is it a love-hate relationship? Are you pushing and pulling it toward you? I hate you, I love you. I hate you, I love you. So think about the energy that you're using for that reciprocation. That's something else. So those are two key factors. Focus on incoming and check your shit. Okay? All right. Oh, this is going to be good. Oh, all right. You can't shoot yourself in the foot. So even before you start, exactly, I'm scared to let it go. Exactly, right there. Even before you start, you're shooting yourself in the foot. This is the card. This is the card that came up when you wrote that comment. Conflict and defeat. Conflict and defeat. That's it right there. But you know what? Here's the beauty of it, okay? We're going to pull another card, okay? We're going to pull another card for that. Well, another card to go with the rest. Okay. Oh, okay. So here's how you can do it. Okay. So the suggestion is to romance money. All right. So what I used to do, so I like Abraham Hicks. I like their practices. I like a lot of things that Universal Wisdom has to say through her. And so some of those practices I've incorporated, expounded on, expanded with. I've done all kinds of things with them, and I've tested them in the balance of things with 12 universal laws. So most of them work, but the one that works really well for me is the phrase, wouldn't it be nice? See how that hits? Wouldn't it be nice to have 4 more clients? Wouldn't it be nice to have somebody who works ethically and hard just like I do? Right. And then wouldn't it be nice? Okay. So use that phrase. That phrase right there when you're manifesting or you're getting ready to manifest something will take you into a different entrainment. So now you're alignable to that which you desire, and it makes it a little bit easier. So things that you need to figure out. You need to know, one, what your monetary level of comfort is. What will make you comfortable? All right. You need that number. All right. The next thing that you need is you need to follow the flow in, the in flow. All right. And then the next one is, anyone? No one? Wouldn't it be nice to use it for me? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Lisa. All right. Okay. So you got it, Allison? I think that you're exactly. Exactly. I love you guys. Wouldn't it be nice? So soften the language behind how you manifest. How we talk to ourselves is very limiting. So when we say things like, wouldn't it be nice? It becomes more adventurous. That opens up a whole new flow stream. And that's really what you're trying to do. You're just trying to find the greater flow of energy toward the endeavor you wish to have. And that's all you're doing. Okay? All right. So here are your cards. It is your destiny. It's actually a good luck card, but that's also the destiny card. All right. Good luck card. So that means that anything that you would like to do will work right now. So this feels like it's a good, I want to say 10 days. You have 10 days to make a choice and commit. And once you commit, it will work. That's what your destiny is. It's a life choice that you're making. And you're in this place where you don't know if it's going to work. There's no guarantees. All right. Right. See? Right. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It's the best. Okay. Now, this is what you need to do. You need to work on your throat chakra. Okay. The reason, realignment and adjustment. You need to align with the words that you speak. And that's where your conflict is. You're in conflict over the words that you speak to yourself. You're speaking in limitation. So you need to change the dialogue. You need to change the narrative to where it's more inviting, right? Like, oh, I can't wait to see like how the universe is going to surprise me with $100 today. Let's see where that comes from. Oh, this is nice. Okay. Things like that. Another thing that you can do, another practice that I like that I'll borrow from them is I would take like $100 bill and I would put it in my purse. And then if I was shopping for something else, right, I would say, oh, I could buy that. I could buy that. I could buy that. And it gave me a sense of wealth. I didn't have to spend the money. It gave me a sense of wealth. It didn't make me feel like, oh, I can't afford that. I can't get that. I can't get that. It gave me the ability to surrender to possibility. So that's another hack. All right. Okay. So here's the rest of your cards. We went ahead and we did the conflict and defeat. But the reason that they want you to romance money is because you used to love money, right? You used to love money. They want you to love money. Love money all over again. And that will help you. Ebb and flow. So when it ebbs, it's pulling out. It's the law of correspondence in the universe. We'll receive, and then we need to integrate. So it has to go away so that way we can see what we have, that recognition. And then we get more. And that's ebb and flow, the universal flow, the universal rhythm. It's just how it works. Many blessings, Allison. Many blessings, group. Okay, so we're going to take a quick minute, 2 minutes, and we're going to do an integration right now. So if you'll go ahead and take your right hand and put it on your left collarbone right about here, and then your other one, and then cross like this. This would be really helpful. What we're going to do is we're going to bring in ease and comfort. A beautiful state of allowance with a road unfolding in front of all of us. I see somebody throwing rose petals on that road. That's nice. I'll take that. That's right. Keep going. I like the money. Yeah, put the money there. Heck yeah. We'll just roll right down that road. You guys have a great week. Thank you so much. I love you. Mwah.